Hi everyone, I recently finished Kicking the Hornet's Nest, U.S. Foreign Policy in the Middle East from Truman to Trump by Daniel Zogby, Sultan Postdoctoral Fellow and Lecturer in International and Area Studies at the Center for Middle Eastern Studies, University of California, Berkeley, amongst other distinguishments. I should immediately note that while the book frequently references the current Israeli-Palestine conflict and the 2025 bombing of Iranian nuclear facilities, the chapters extend to the first Trump presidency and does not profile Biden's term or Trump's second term. I like this book, but it's not nearly as beginner-friendly as it appeared. At a little over 300 pages, it's incredibly dense with names, regions, and events, which often swiftly change from one presidency to the next. Unless you have a good degree of familiarity with U.S. Middle Eastern policy from 1945 until present, you're likely going to find all the information overwhelming and hard to really wrap your head around. Finishing the book made me more familiar with America's relations with the Middle East, but still very much at a shallow level of understanding. I particularly liked reading the lead-up to George H.W. Bush's first Iraq War and Saddam Hussein's strained relations with America prior to his invading Kuwait. Before reading the book, I was familiar with Ronald Reagan's Iran-Contra affair and his campaign interfering with Jimmy Carter's Iran hostage crisis, but was surprised how much more corruption may have occurred under the Reagan presidency. It was also wild to read how close the Middle East was on the verge of nuclear war on several occasions. I'd recommend this book if you're already quite learned on U.S. Middle Eastern policy. This book may be too challenging for many, including myself. You may want to learn through one presidential biography at a time before tackling this. If you'd like to stick around, here are my top 3 takeaways from the book. Number 1, from page 80, Truman's recognition of Israel but not Palestine. After significant wavering on which position to take on the United Nations partition plan, including disagreements with cabinet member George C. Marshall, Harry Truman was the first world leader to recognize Israel as an independent state, but offered no such recognition towards Palestine. Number 2, from page 94, Project FF. In 1952, the CIA was attempting to influence the governance of King Farouk of Egypt to be more inclined with U.S. interests. The CIA program was called Project FF. The first initial stands for FAT, and I'll let you guess the second one. And number 3, from page 143, the USS Liberty Incident. In 1967, the USS Liberty spy ship was attacked by the Israeli Air Force and Navy during the Six-Day War, resulting in 34 deaths and 174 wounded. While Israel apologized and claimed this was a mistake, the book goes into all sorts of conflicting accounts. Alright, I hope you enjoyed my look at Kicking the Hornet's Nest by Daniel Zogby. I'll be back soon with more. Bye.